afternoon and welcome to another edition of Spotlight. My name is Dina Ventura.
I'm Jojo Silvestre. And before I introduce our guest, we'd like to ask her first. Dina, have you done your shopping for Christmas?
I'm starting already.
Or what have you been buying?
Honestly, first it's the decorations that I
Yeah.
focus on. So I just add to my collections. I like to collect these nutcracker things, which you can get at Rustan's. But the first set of gifts that I'm going to get are for kids, like the little
Ah,
kids.
yes. Did they write a letter to Santa Claus?
Yes. My kids are old already, but I have
Ah,
that will write to Santa Claus definitely. But even I write to Santa Claus actually.
okay.
Until now.
Yeah. Child at heart.
Yeah.
Anyway, the audience might be wondering, no? Our viewers might be wondering why I'm asking Dina. That's because Dina's job, her career, has got to do with all these beautiful things that you want to buy for Christmas.
Yes.
She is the division manager for products marketing of Rustan's,
Okay.
the store you go to if you want to buy the most beautiful gifts. So, how are you today, Dina?
Great, and I'm so thankful you guys invited me, especially this time when we're opening our Christmas season.
Yeah.
Oo nga, so perfect. But it's the pandemic. So it's a little bit different for everybody and I'm sure with Rustan's. So Dina, how has it been like for you this past year and a half during the pandemic? For your work, for your family, your everything. We haven't really
Yeah. Plantita na rin siya.
plantita.
I don't know.
Really?
No, I really don't know.
It's been challenge. It was really challenging personally in the beginning. I think I echo the same sentiments as everyone, but after a while, you adapt and you evolve, and I grew a lot in this pandemic. I think that it's a lot more difficult when you ask me about being a mom. I think it's my kids are like I have a teenager and then I have like an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. For moms with younger kids, I know it's been so challenging because they're moms, then they're teachers, and then they're home managers and they're everything. So
A lot of
I
things to be in one place, di ba? Because you can't really go out, you
Yeah.
can't travel, you can't do all the things that you used to do. So it's like
Yeah.
feeling trapped a little bit. Do you feel the same?
we live in a condo. So what we try to do is we drive 2 hours out to the country, 1 hour out to the south to Santa Elena, just to enjoy fresh air. I think that's really
Yes.
important.
Yeah. Space and fresh air.
At least there's so much space there.
Mm-mm.
Dina married into the family that owns Rustan's, no?
Yeah.
But I think it's not just because she married, what's his name? Paulo?
Paolo.
Yeah. It's not just because she married Paulo that she decided to work for Rustan's. I I wonder if there are better reasons than the fact that she's married to Paulo. I think that's her specialty,
Yes.
Why did you choose to work for Rustan's, Dina?
Well, I love marketing. Ever since I took it in college, I found it so interesting and to communicate. So I'm still honing those skills, but I'm just so lucky that I met Rustan's.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it being my husband's workplace before as well. It's not like they really treat everyone like a professional in the family.
Yes.
Working for the family, you're treated as a professional.
Mhm.
have to get by on your own merit also.
Yes,
And
that's
it's
important.
just that I used to live in the US. That's where I started my marketing career. And when
Oh,
lucky enough to have the opportunity to grow those skills in a retail environment, and it's the best kind because it's luxury retail. It's really fun, interesting.
What was your work in the States before you came back to the Philippines?
Events? No, I didn't do the events, but it was for an events agency
oh, oh.
I see.
as a the first. Well, the first year after I graduated, I actually worked for a pharmaceutical. That was super interesting. Everyone was so intelligent. And then I moved to marketing and I wanted something more active and fun. And I did research for them. And I think a lot of marketers start there also. You do customer research, research on companies, and you help them create strategies for their clients.
Oh,
So because of my pharmaceutical background, a lot of the companies that they served were pharmaceutical clients too. So I used to read like, aside from the interesting consumer research, I'd have to also read like, reports and stuff. So that was good experience.
so that you had that job for those jobs for how many years before you came back?
3 years.
Oh,
And then I started in marketing already for Rustan's department store.
oh.
What was your job then when you started in Rustan's, and what are your current responsibilities?
Okay, well, during that time, I was a part timer and I focused on the special projects. So, what was my first special project? I believe it was loyalty, like the FSP program. They wanted to do some programs around that. And then slowly, the marketing department also grew. So we were only like 5 or 6 people during that time. Well, now we're 10, but 5 or 6 people. And then I learned how to do communication, so advertising, PR. And then there was, after maybe 3 years, we were so full on events.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys remember when events were so, I mean, now it seems like a lifetime away, but yeah, events were for 7 years or something, like a lot of events. And then it was great because it got bigger and bigger. And then all the way fast forward until the 65th anniversary of Rustan's. That was, I think, the biggest event that I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know what's nice about Rustans? Well, first, they're a family and they work together. But it's not because you're a family member that you get to work there. You have to be qualified.
Of course.
And they check your what's your specialty, and then that's where they put you. No?
Okay.
And then everybody works. Walang senyorita dyan or senyorito, no? But I wonder how is it like working with fellow family members? Kumusta yung Dina? Is it easy working for like Vanedi Tantoco?
Yeah, no, Tita Nettie. See, I'm allowed to call her that at work. She's like she's my mentor in
Ah.
marketing. We also had the position of marketing growing with Rustan. She's not the chairman and CEO.
Yes.
It's great. Like I told you guys, they really treat you as a professional.
Yes.
I mean, of course, it's the opportunity is that they met me personally, so it was, maybe I'm lucky for that. But yeah, it's really professional.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's interesting because you go to work and then maybe admittedly they also tell you when you're wrong, which is good. You need that to
Yes.
grow. When you make mistakes, they tell you about it, and then they teach you. So, and then we could have a dinner after that, and it's switches.
Continue.
So it's very interesting. I wonder if other if it's like that as well in other family companies, but that's what it's like with us.
Do you have to work with Paolo? I mean,
so,
does he?
so Paolo is now with Santa Elena,
Ah, okay.
but he was with Rustans, and he was in administration.
So you didn't have any conflict in terms of
So,
responsibilities.
Jojo, Dina, I'm sure, I don't know if you remember him in events, but he is like, I
Low
don't,
key.
I'm like, I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm extroverted, but he's more of an introvert.
I'll tell you something.
Mhm.
I was looking at Paolo recently on the ninth day of Don Benvenido
Okay.
sa Memorial Park. No?
Mhm.
Sabi ko, one always looked at Donnie, and Mike and Anton, and then I was looking at Paolo. Ang gwapo-gwapo pala ni Paolo, ano?
Of course naman.
Yeah, he's very good looking, ha? But, para kasing hindi siya ang bida, eh. Like, he's just there. Pero, wow, he's very handsome.
Very handsome. Low-key,
Yes.
kasi
Oo.
introverted.
Magaling naman pumili si Dina. Well, they found each other.
Yes. Pero Dina, speaking of working with family, I wanted to know kanina, what's your working style? How does it match with the rest of the family and the company?
Well, my working style is, I would say that I want people to, I'm not a micromanager. In fact, that's super hard for me to be a micromanager. It's really difficult. And I guess I'm more on the creative and like talking PR side and conceptualization. So I need also partners in my department that are, I guess, more organized and more, or task oriented, I guess. But it's always all a partnership.
Yes.
Nobody's perfect. So I just want a positive work environment, and a happy. I mean, you spend most of your life at work, so you can't. Naman, I would hate it if we all came to work and not a something that gives you energy in life and not a good thing. So there are toxic days and there are toxic months, but we have to balance it. So I believe in work-life balance. I know that that's not always possible in retail. So we just, also constant feedback, and always I ask for, I try to, hopefully I'm open, and I mean, hopefully people find me approachable so that I always would like to hear feedback.
Okay.
So yeah, and then so with the family, it's also, they're very organized. So I don't know if they like it, but they're organized. They're great leaders, visionaries. It's all different. So I guess it's really a balance. So my bosses are mostly really visionary, and they have a great team that supports them.
So do you think that's the secret to the enduring quality of Rustan?
Yeah.
What
That
has
success,
made
no?
what has made the company last this long and even through the pandemic?
I think that it's when I think of what's enduring quality, it always goes back to the DNA of Rustans, which is found in their founders. So you always, I think all the brands, if you go back to trace what does the company value, it really somehow always goes back to their founders. So
Yes.
founders listened and really kept an eye on what their customers need and want, and then offered solutions for those needs and wants. And it happened that these are, Tita Nadi just told me the other day, this is about a dream, and I love that. So what do you dream of? What do the customers dream of? What do they aspire to be? What I guess would make them happy. So I think that's for me, that's an enduring quality of Rustan's, is always keeping its ear and eyes and mind together with its customers. And it's evolving. So Rustan's department store is the start of it, but then they've also evolved to other companies that I don't really work. I mean, I'm not working there, but we always work together. So SSI, Royal. So there's a lot of different customers that they try to provide, that they listen to their needs and provide solutions for. And then it's always also for luxury, it's being strict. So being strict about what the brands stand for. So I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it's really just being true to your brand, being true to your customers.
Yeah.
It's a segment, it's a niche.
But you know, if you go around, you'd see that there are some things there that are not really that very expensive. No? So it also caters to different sectors of society who are, of course, in a better position to buy these things.
Oh, what I like about Rustan's is the selection is always so special. Like, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Like, when you look at something, it's wow, nice.
And you can touch it.
Yeah. And it's all shown very well, very excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just wanted to add actually that when you think of Rustan's, you always, maybe some people, associate it with super luxury. But when you think of luxury, it's also about little things, like little moments that make you happy. So not everything is only for one particular market or segment. In fact, we don't look at it as price point. It's more about the lifestyle of the person. Are you busy? Home? Do you like nature? And then there's always something for you based on your.
Yes,
And they're
I
very
see that. I
beautiful,
experienced
huh?
that. Oh,
Beautiful pieces, no?
I know.
Lots of things.
very well selected.
You know, we'd like to know more about Dina and her career and Rustan's, but let's pause for a short break.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Comfy Manalo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Jerk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas ng mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari nyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube. Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Welcome back to Spotlight. Still with us is Rustan's
Head of
Head
Marketing.
of Product Marketing,
Okay.
Dina Arroyo Tantoco. So,
Hi.
Dina.
Hi.
So now we'd like to ask, what's your advice to other young women who would like to pursue communications career in luxury retail?
Well, I think that in general for careers, it's of course always important to grow. So always educate yourself. I like to, and it's also about interest in communications, about human behavior. It's about how things work. So it's always good to read articles. Take always be open to learning about that particular, about communications, about marketing, and just keep an open mind. And it's also so that you can when you start in marketing, you normally are an expert in one discipline. So maybe it's events first. But
Oh,
if you are doing events first, then always try to um, learn more about the other disciplines. So writing, maybe Jojo, you can teach me.
she writes well.
And Dina also, editing, that's hard for me, but I'm still trying to learn.
She
And
edits
then
well, huh?
Oh, you edit well pala.
writing, speaking, don't be afraid. I guess it's like just believing in yourself and learning to grow and don't, it's the usual, but specific to just really every day being humble and learning and learning.
You know, ang linis niyang mag-edit. I once read an article and she had to go over it. Daming corrections, so.
Oh, that probably wasn't me. That's probably
No, that was you.
our PR manager.
No, that was
Andy.
you. Ang galing, ha? But anyway, Dina is, of course, a wife and a mother. So how do you find the time for your responsibilities at home? How do you divide the time between work and whether it's pandemic or not?
Okay. Yeah, well, my husband helps.
Oh, wow.
Honestly. But also, it's well, okay. Honestly, I wasn't good at it before. I had a really rough time. I saying I'm a yes person, which so I said yes to a lot of events, to extra work, and then I guess during the pandemic, that's when you had time to reflect and assess everything. And I actually enjoyed not being able to have to go to being able to just take a step back. So I think that's how I'm gonna go moving forward, is just properly dividing my time. So waking up and then doing a routine. So the first thing I do is have coffee in the morning, and then I just I check my messages, and then at lunch I have lunch with my kids. So that's just already set, lunch and dinner. And I think the pandemic was a good time to really spend time with the family, because I used to go out a lot.
For someone who has so much responsibilities, she doesn't look harassed.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm so harassed today, actually.
Doesn't show.
What are your beauty secrets? It's not in the script, but
Yes,
I'm
we want to
interested.
know.
Problem. Well, okay, so I think, this one I learned from my mother-in-law. You have a bucket of ice, or maybe a glass with ice, wherever she likes to work, do things around the house. So just put ice on your skin,
Oh.
and it tightens it up. So that's a good, easy one that everyone can do.
Oh,
Just put ice on your skin.
Ice pack.
Ice pack here, and then, but moisturizing for me is so important, because I tend to have drier skin. So I test out a lot of products, and there's a range at Rustan's. There's a range naman of beauty products that you can get. So I like things like Nooks, and Dermalogica, Pericone. So I use a lot of different moisturizers. And pre-pandemic, I used to treat myself to facials a lot.
Oh, I love
And
that.
right? Then during the pandemic, you do it for yourself. So you just buy facials at home. You just have to keeping it clean and moisturized. Oh, I heard sun's bad too. I do love getting a tan, but I put moisturizer that has SPF.
SPF 50.
Yes, if possible.
Speaking of products from Rustan's, what can we expect from Rustan's this Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. So we have the Rustan's Christmas Village that opened actually in September, because people shop for decorations early. So the Christmas Village has well, we'd like to we put it together as a curated selection of what you'll need for holiday celebrations. So there's decor, of course, and this year we worked a lot with local suppliers because it was something that, you know, it's also very good for us to support each other in our community, and it's also that they're so talented. You can just develop things with them. So I'll send you guys a picture, but we have candy cane striped teddy bears. We also carry Pampanga paroles.
Wow.
So just different things like that. And then starting November 1, we have a gourmet food selection, specifically from Gourmet Garage. So I can remember in pictures, they have charcuterie, so like cheese and hams. They have, and then we have gift baskets also. So gift baskets from Marks and Spencer and Gourmet Garage. And then we have like things that you can use for your time and family gatherings during the holidays. So it's like plates, cups, mugs, you know, little fun things. So come and check it out.
Yeah.
So people can go and visit the store, but they can also order online, right?
Yes. So it's in each store. It's on all the stores and on rustans.com.
So everyone's invited. Yeah.
Go and check it out.
Yeah.
Please. Yes.
Yeah. So there's a little of everything for everybody.
There's a little of everything for everybody, from hundreds of pesos all the way to,
Okay.
well, I don't know.
Okay.
Thousands.
I think
But
I need.
it's fun. It's like little Christmas socks.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
there you
that.
go.
See,
Do you,
Great.
do you think my boyfriend can buy
Telling
me?
your researchers.
Do you think my boyfriend can buy me an engagement ring already?
Yes, absolutely. Hint, hint, boyfriend. You can come to Tiffany. They have love and engagement sections with bands, engagement rings.
Ayan.
Any product you need, I have Jojo. What else do you want?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Well, we have our aromatherapy.
Well, anyway.
Religious items.
Yes.
Meron pa.
So many nice things, huh? Anyway, we'll have to take another break. After that, we'll play a game.
I heard. Okay.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage. Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Welcome back to Spotlight. We're going to play a game.
Yes.
It's called Would You Rather. So it's like, would you rather be as beautiful as you are today, or would you rather be more beautiful than
Tomorrow.
than you've always been? Something like that. Okay.
So let's begin.
Okay.
Okay, Dina.
Okay.
Would you rather bring home work or bring your kids to work?
Bring home work.
Oo naman, ano? Okay.
That's
Fun.
easy.
That's fun.
Next.
Would you rather spend your holidays at home or elsewhere?
Oh boy. Pwede bang both?
Why not, diba?
I'd spend my holidays at home.
Siyempre, ano?
Yeah. I wanna be I wanna be together. Which just happens to be the title of our campaign.
Oo, togetherness.
Oo,
Oo,
what
that's
campaign?
right.
Because it's really
Oo, di ba
important.
Donnie said?
Yes, oo nga. Maganda nga
Yeah.
Para it was so
Oo.
special yung message. for
At saka
Christmas.
after a long time of being away and not seeing each other.
Oo nga.
Mhm.
Okay, would you rather have Hermes or Prada as holiday gift? Ano ba to, Jojo?
Hermes.
Okay. Siyempre,
That's
di
my
ba?
lipstick, by the way.
Oh, shade.
That's my cologne.
Okay, that's my lotion.
Would you rather, this Christmas season, would you rather go around the Philippines or abroad or anytime? It doesn't have to be this Christmas. What would you like to, where would you like to go?
Okay. I'm like, should I answer it? I love going around the Philippines. I think we have the best beaches in the
Of course.
world.
Yes.
So because I'm a Gemini, I'm like a dual personality. So
Okay.
so I love for beaches only in the Philippines, definitely.
Okay.
But I love cities too. So I want to go to
Yes.
Korea. I want to go to South Korea.
Oh.
Never been.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Shopping yun siguro.
You've been there, no?
South Korea.
Yeah.
No.
Ay, hindi pa.
Pareho kami.
Oh, you've been sending everybody everywhere.
No,
but
we stopped by a place lang.
Ah,
but
okay,
we didn't
okay.
really explore the city.
Seoul pala, Seoul's the city. So,
Ayun.
Yeah,
South Korea.
yeah.
It's Seoul in South Korea.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have an idol there?
Oh.
Actually, no. It's so weird. I don't know. I really want to go. It's the food.
The food.
My
the
favorite
food.
food is Korean food, and
Really?
I don't watch K drama or
Okay.
I haven't. I'm not cool yet, no. But I love the food talaga.
Yeah.
Very healthy din yung food nila.
That's beyond kimchi, of course.
Oh, ano na.
I love kimchi. I can eat that as a snack.
Yeah.
ako din.
That's true.
Okay. Would you rather be a piece of art or a best-selling novel?
Ooh, such a good question. Oh my goodness. I guess I'll say that I'd rather be a piece of art. Mhm.
Because
Okay, well, I was thinking about it because I feel like I'm such an extrovert that I was gonna answer the first one. But at the end of the day, I think it's important to really unfold each time someone sees you and talks to you and looks at you, which is more like a piece of art.
ganda. I like that answer. Okay yun.
Take note, hindi wallflower. Hindi ganon.
Oh, okay, pwede rin.
No, never.
So next is, would you rather suit up for a costume party with your kids or dress up for a fashion show?
I am 100% costume.
Oh.
Suit up for a costume with
Masaya.
costume. I know I took you for a turn there because I'm always in fashion shows, but
Oh.
costume is.
That's
I'm so
right.
excited for Halloween, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Archie and Veronica.
Oh,
Veronica.
Oh,
Well, I haven't convinced Pauli yet, so
Okay.
let's see what
has
happens.
to be a pair, di ba?
my boyfriend was Archie 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So you have to be Veronica.
Okay.
Anyway, ano pa?
Well, it was such fun, no? And thank you for joining us,
Well,
Dina.
thank you guys so much for inviting me, and you're wonderful. I had so much fun, actually. Thank you for relaxing me today and making me more comfortable.
You don't look
And
stressed.
Yeah, not at all. Invite them again to Rustan's.
Okay, yes, I want to invite you guys and everyone. Please visit Rustan's. If you want to check it out before you come to our 5 stores, you just go on rustans.com. You can also shop there. And you can follow us on at Rustan's PH on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We also have a Viber community. We are also present in Metro Cebu. So there's a Viber community for that in case you want to know what the specials are. We always have promos in that channel.
Okay.
You know, Jojo, Peru's stance has really evolved so much over the
Yeah.
years. And, you know, this pandemic, we've seen how it
Yeah.
has adjusted to the times and it's gone digital, omnipresent pa rin.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
Oh,
And
thank you, Dina. That's our goal.
yes.
and watch for something big
Oh,
in the
really
coming years.
exciting. Okay.
As if I knew everything about Rustan's.
Basta, we're all very happy that Rustan is still here to make the holidays more special for a lot of people.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank you, Dina
Yes.
Tantoco,
Thank
for
you.
joining us this afternoon.
Ang ganda-ganda ni Dina,
Oo
no?
nga, nakaka-inspire.
Oh my gosh.
Parang gusto ko mag...
Lahat ng Dina maganda.
Oo.
Oo nga pala.
Thank you again.
Thanks so
and
much,
thank
Dina.
you. We'd love
Thank you, Jojo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dina.
We'd love to see you, more of you again in our next episodes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for inviting me.
Yes. And thanks to Rustan's for my suit.
Okay.
Oo.
Okay, so thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
This is Jojo Silvestre.
And this is Dina Ventura, and this has been
Spotlight.